Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Scorpio July 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as July goes, the Sun will be in Cancer from the 1st until the 23rd, so the ninth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on philosophy, religion, higher education, in-laws, grandchildren, publishing, traveling abroad, expanding horizons, the law, perhaps even in global communications. Now, given that this is Cancerian energy, this may be done with a lot of tenacity, care, diligence, dedication, very nurturing way, and a lot of empathy and compassionate sensitivity, especially perhaps to in-laws, grandchildren, maybe people you know at some religious congregation. And also a lot of this energy can be done with a lot of really protective energy and wanting a lot of safety and security as well. And this could be especially perhaps in matters like with traveling abroad and things that are just really matters, especially perhaps with in-laws and grandchildren as well. And given this could also shine the light, so to speak, on a rather temperamental or moody in-law or grandchild, someone you know at a college, university, maybe a foreigner you're close with, or even a person that you might know at a religious congregation. So anyway, next thing up. Well, as far as July goes, the Sun will be in Leo from the 23rd until the 31st, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on one's career, notoriety, recognition, status, reputation, one's public image, the dominant parent, which is often the father, authority figures, maybe even attaining a position of authority, one's stature in life, and general success and social status as well. Now, given this is Leo energy, this may be done with a lot of ferocity, a lot of pride and dignity, a lot of self-assuredness and confidence. Sometimes it might be done, it could even be done in a very extravagant manner as well, but also with a lot of extroversion as well. And it could be by just being very outgoing and more extroverted than usual, and focusing on that. That might help improve, perhaps maybe a connection, perhaps with a it could be a dominant parent or an authority figure, and it might do something to help really elevate your point in terms of where you are in your career and maybe moving up that ladder of success, so to speak, and reaching that pinnacle. So anyway, it could also, in some cases, given that the Sun could be connected with a dominant male figure, this could be where maybe you have like a dominant Leo male figure that's prominent in your life, might be factoring in more with your career and and as far as attaining greater success in your stature in life at this point in time. So anyway, well, next thing up, there will be a new moon solar eclipse in Cancer on July 2nd, so the ninth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. You might begin to start tenaciously expanding your horizons. It could be very monumental and life-altering, especially if you've been somewhat stagnant for a while in that particular department. Now, in some cases, this could be about the departure of a dominant Cancerian male authority figure. It could be a Cancer Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Cancerian characteristics. And it could be somebody that could be perhaps maybe an in-law at this time, or maybe somebody that you know that's prominent in a religious congregation, or somebody that was really maybe someone you knew well in higher education, might have been a professor. It could also be a time where it could be the arrival of one as well. That could be somebody that could figure prominently in your expanding your horizons, or something with higher education, with religion, or something connected, maybe even with something with publishing as well. Now, it could also be the start, or maybe you initiate something that could be something publishing that's Cancerian related, such as something connected with home or family, maybe the past, maybe about reminiscing, maybe perhaps something with home remodeling, renovation, cooking, something with culinary work, anything that could be Cancer related. And it could be something where also that could be a tremendous breakthrough, given we're talking about a solar eclipse now. Could it be a time where you might be transitioning and beginning a home in a foreign land? In some cases, this could be the case, especially if you were contemplating and moving to another country for some kind. In some cases, if you're business savvy and you're somebody that's really has good business acumen, it could be something too where you might start some kind of family import exporting business, and also could be the beginning period of starting to show nurturing energy and sympathy toward people that are in foreign countries, or maybe people you know at a religious congregation, or being a rescuer for foreigners at this time, or anyone that could be ninth house related. Um, anyway, well, the next thing up, there will be a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn on July 16th. So the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. This could be about, in some cases, it could be about the departure of a dominant Capricorn female. It might be somebody that was in your neighborhood. It could be a sibling, a cousin, a neighbor, someone new from your early education. It could be a Capricorn sun, moon, or ascendant person, or one that embodies Capricorn traits. And this could be something very life altering, because it could have been somebody that you knew for a very prolonged or protracted period. Now, also, too, this could be about the unveiling in some cases of maybe something, or it might be something depressing in your thinking, or despondency, or feeling melancholy, and maybe actually communicating about this and opening up after maybe keeping it bottled in for or suppressed for a protracted period. Um, it could be also, in some cases, the completion or culmination of some responsibility you had third house related. It could be something connected with a sibling, a neighbor, a cousin, maybe someone that was prominent in your early education. It could have been given somebody some trips through some kind of short journeys or errands. Um, and also, too, another way this may manifest, this can be a time where you might become somewhat tired, full, exasperated, and an overly tyrannical, authoritative person, or somebody very undemonstrative, callous, or cold person that could be in your neighborhood, someone prominent for your early education, a sibling, a cousin, a neighbor. It could also be the ending of some Capricorn related writing at this time, something connected with business, politics, the government, even information, technology, accounting, anything that could be Capricorn related, or could it just be a simple writing that was something that was required a lot of laborious and consistent effort. So anyway, and also too, this could be about a self-revelation or unveiling about perhaps why there's limitations in your communication. It might be self-sabotage, or maybe just being overly pessimistic and negative in your mindset. Maybe you limited yourself in terms of your communication. So anyway, next thing up, Mercury will be in Leo as far as July goes, from the 1st until the 19th. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, you might find yourself dominating conversations with the most dominant parent, which is often the father, maybe people in your prominent in your career with authority figures. It could be boasting and bragging about your career achievements and accolades and rewards maybe you have done in terms that were career related, and things that maybe perhaps helped you attain some kind of notoriety and recognition. As I've talked about previously, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Leo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant siblings, or simply ones that embody Leo traits that might figure strongly in your stature in life, your success, your career, maybe matters with the dominant parent, which is often the father, and even your public image and reputation as well. Also, too, this could be, I mean, Mercury could be about neighbors as well. This could be about these arrogant, egotistical, know-it-all neighbors that think they know what you should do for your career and attaining success and notoriety, and evaluating you in terms of your social status, where you're stacking up with other people in general. And also, too, this could be about talking, really thinking about your public image right now with a lot of pride at this time, and thinking with a lot of self-confidence and self-assuredness about attaining success or a position of authority, and really climbing that ladder of success, reaching the pinnacle, so to speak. So anyway, hold on a moment, people. Next thing up. As far as July goes, Mercury will be in Cancer from the 19th until the 31st, so the ninth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted, will be retrograde. At this time, you might be reminiscing about past hurts with the dominant, with perhaps matters with an in-law or grandchild, or maybe a foreigner, someone you know, maybe at a religious congregation or college, university. It could be about reviewing sensitive, emotional discussions with 10th house people. And as I've talked about previously, Mercury can also be about siblings. It could be about Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Cancerian traits that might figure more strongly perhaps in your philosophy, your religion, higher education. Could also be about dealing with sympathetic, nurturing neighbors at this time that might really have your best interests in heart, perhaps maybe in your religious matters, your philosophical outlook, perhaps maybe matters maybe with higher education as well, and expanding horizons. Now at this time too, you might be more sensitive to ridicule and criticism, perhaps over your religion, your philosophy, what you've done in terms of college education, maybe matters with publishing as well. And it could also be about having more emotional conversations and communications with ninth house people at this time. And it could also be about writing about Cancerian things that will at some point likely be published. It could be something connected with the home, real estate, family, something even maybe Cancerian type, or like sports such as swimming, or something with canoeing or water rafting, anything that could be Cancer related, something with cooking or culinary work, something connected with history or the past. Anyway, next thing up, Venus will be in Gemini as far as July goes, from the 1st until the 3rd, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, this could be about making perhaps money through writing about something 8th house related. It could be something with astrology, the supernatural, the occult, psychology, psychiatry, insurance, making a major change or transformation. Some cases this could be about valuing versatility, dexterity, variety, eloquence, loquaciousness, perhaps in a deep and non-superficial relationship. It could also be at times too where you might be spending money in some cases on a Gemini type surgery, such as something connected to the arms or the hands or the lungs, anything that could be Gemini related. It could also be about expressing manifold expressions of sentiments and feelings in a deep connection, maybe in someone you share even a shared resources situation with. And also it could be about really about receiving maybe a variety, enjoying maybe perhaps receiving a variety of emotional, moral support and monetary support, even from many different sources. It could also be doing something where this could be about money connected with maybe communication at this time as well, which might be maybe a communication transformation, such as maybe buying a translation device or something where you might learn some other language at this time as well. And also could be about valuing intellectual stimulation and a deep, non-superficial connection, and maybe at this time as well, maybe perhaps enjoying at this time having some love perhaps of leaving a Gemini-like legacy, such as somebody that's very loquacious, communicative, articulate, for somebody that's very versatile and dexterous, anything Gemini related. Last but not least, Venus will be in Cancer as far as July goes, from the 3rd until the 18th. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. This could be about a time, if you're unattached at this time, Scorpio, you may connect with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Cancerian traits. It could be somebody that might be in foreign countries, somebody you meet at a religious congregation or a university, or somebody in some kind of 9th house profession, such as the law or publishing. It also could manifest in expressing unequivocal love toward in-laws, grandchildren, foreigners even. Could also be about tenacious spending, unfortunately, on matters pertaining to the law or publishing, and also about valuing sympathy, empathy, nurturing energy, dedication, devotion, and diligence toward 9th house people, such as in-laws, grandchildren, maybe people you might be close with at a college, university, foreigners even. It could also be about money spending on a Cancerian higher education course, such as something with culinary or learning to be a cook, something that's connected with home remodeling, renovation, siding, anything that could be Cancer related, maybe running like a laundry business, being a historian. So, and it could also be about spending money on maybe a family planned trip where you go to another country, and the enjoyment of Cancerian things with 9th house people, such as reminiscing about the past, contemplating, doing things that are introverted, that are very home related at this time, cooking, something with culinary, or it could be something also connected with like a Cancerian type of sport, such as water rafting, canoeing, swimming, anything of going to the beach, maybe being just by the water, anything Cancerian related. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Scorpio July 2019 horoscope forecast in part 1 and 2. And stay tuned next time where I'll be giving you my Scorpio July 2019 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel, and secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you. Make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.